this isn't China, right? We can't trust the numbers that come out of China because China will write down whatever numbers they want and then just tell you, hey, our economy's doing awesome. Hey, nobody's dying from any viruses out here. Hey, everything's great in China. Ready for even more lies with Bidenomics. Man, I hate this. I hate these stories. I hate them so much. Every time that these job numbers come out, every time that these economic numbers come out, every time anything goes on in Bidenomics, they're lying to you. And I hate to say it, but it's so true because it is almost like clockwork. As soon as they release the numbers, they release the prior month's adjustments, the prior month's actual numbers, and it's always worse. I don't know how these people can legally have a job anymore when they are consistently telling us one number and then revising the number more pessimistically speaking when nobody's watching. When no one's looking, they're going to tell you what the actual number is. This isn't China, right? We can't trust the numbers that come out of China because China will write down whatever numbers they want and then just tell you, hey, our economy's doing awesome. Hey, nobody's dying from any viruses out here. Hey, everything's great in China. That's what the Bidenomics have been doing these days. Hey, job growth is slowing down. But for some reason, that's better, right? U.S. job growth cools in October to 150,000 while unemployment unexpectedly rises. This makes sense to me because there's so many less people trying to enter the workforce. There's so many less people who are trying to even get a job out there. There's so many more people who are saying, I can't do it. Why even have a job? I'm just going to go live with my parents, right? My parents have a house that's paid off. My parents still have good jobs that pay good money. My parents are all set, but me, I'm struggling. I can't find jobs. The wages aren't keeping up with inflation. The wages aren't keeping up with housing. What am I going to do? And so people are bailing. People are absolutely bailing in this economy. The economy tanks. We'll have cash to buy the dip. War is everywhere right now. I know we're not even talking about war in this, but that's the case too. Everything is going belly up. Everything is not looking so hot out there. But the Bidenomics, they'll tell you this is the greatest economy of all time. U.S. job growth slowed more than expected in October, a sign the labor market's finally softening in the face of higher interest rates, stubborn inflation, and other economic uncertainties. Raising rates on its own doesn't necessarily cause unemployment, but raising rates does have a lingering effect, which eventually causes the unemployment. And this is what we're starting to see. They've been raising rates for a while now. Now the headwinds of the raising rates is coming back and causing the issue. Now let's break down why. So if you think about it real quick, when inflation shows up, let's say if you're a manufacturing plant selling chicken at $3 a pound, and then inflation shows up, so you're starting to raise it up to $3, $4, $5 a pound, and then people can't afford the chicken anymore because it's now priced out of their pocketbooks, out of their grocery carts. What are you going to do? You're going to have to lower the price, right? Now, if you start lowering the price of your chicken, let's say you've gone from $5 down back to $4, but you just hired everybody with the expectation of getting $5 a pound for every chicken you produce, you're going to have to start laying off people. You're going to have to start laying off those workers because you no longer are having that income. You just cut your income maybe 10, 20, 30% just to keep customers. So now you have to start laying off employees. That's what we're talking about here. That's how it eventually trickles down. But it says employers added 150,000 jobs in October, but it missed the 180,000 jobs that were forecast. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Where? Tell me in the comments, where are you actually seeing job growth? Where are you going out and you're seeing all of these open positions? Where is the job growth that they're talking about here? I don't know. But looking at this chart, they would have you, they would let you know that, listen, non-farm payrolls, everything is great, right? Everything's looking awesome. But let's keep in mind that this is non-farm payroll. So this is like actual number of people that are employed as it's going down and down and down and down. Yeah, we got a huge, huge problem right here. The number also contained a steep downward revision to job growth at the end of the summer. Gains for August and September were revised down by a total of 101,000 jobs. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So you're telling me that the revision down was nearly as much as what they're saying was added in October. Doesn't that just smell a little bit of fishy right there, right? The revision in job numbers down is nearly equal to the amount of growth that we had in just the 1 month in October. Huh. Call me a skeptic. Call me a conspiracy theorist. But call the truth. And that they're revising down the numbers and playing games to try and keep you thinking everything's all good out there. Well, we know that's not at all the truth. Gig work. That's the only job that's growing right now, is what it seems like. Hey, if you're just tuning in, my name is Christopher Yule, and we cover the biggest headlines of the day and what the AI trading data says about it. And if you're interested in that too, be sure to definitely hit the subscribe button down below and start trading with AI today. Head to ovtlyr.com to see why outliers win. Now let's keep on going with the article here, right? The Federal Reserve has signaled it's closely watching the report for evidence of labor market cooling after more than a year of interest rate hikes. Let's keep on going here. My highlighters weren't there. There. And another welcome sign, another welcome sign for the Fed, average hourly earnings increased 0.2%. And it remains up 4% from the same time a year ago. I nearly pulled my hair out looking at this, right? I didn't want to take off my World Series champion Texas Rangers baseball hat. But I nearly pulled my hair out reading that because I'm looking at this and they're saying, hey, this is great news. Wages increased 0.2% for the month. What? 0.2%. Let's do a little math real quick. Let's do just a little bit of math real quick. So let's say that your earnings for the month were $100, right? $100. Now let's say that your wages went up 0.2%. So you would multiply that by 0.0002. That's 0.02%. Or 0.2%. Let me go back one. 0.2%. So you made an extra 20 cents. Are you freaking kidding me right now? You made an extra 20 cents on your paycheck this month. And they're excited about that? You made an extra 20 cents on your paycheck? That doesn't even cover the cost for extra cheese on a cheeseburger. Give me a break. The overall weakening employment demand and wage growth supports our view that the Fed is done raising rates for this cycle. Well, I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Because we got all kinds of issues out there. And if the Fed continues to raise rate, I mean, you might get a whole 21 cents on your next paycheck. If you get a paycheck. Because what the numbers are showing are that they're revising the numbers down just as fast as they're saying that they're going up. That to me smells like the biggest lie out there right now. So let me know in the comments down below, what are you seeing out there? I would really, really love your opinion on this. But let's take a look at what the AI trading data says about it. We're talking about ADP, the payroll processor that we're all familiar with. We actually got a sell signal on ADP on October 23rd. Maybe it has to do with the fact there's the government statistics are getting adjusted down and down and down, and just as fast as we're growing jobs, we're actually not, and we're just breaking even, if that. Now, if you follow these signal returns, you see a 72.42% historically speaking on the outlier data. So if you're interested in getting these AI trading signals and being one of the first people out there that get these data every single day, head to ovtlyr.com to see why outliers win. Now let's go take a look at what the internet's saying about this, right? Let's scroll up to the top here. The U.S. economy adds 150,000 jobs in October, but it's below the expectation of 180,000. The unemployment rate rose to 3.9. That's above expectations of 3.8. Maybe some of them should be going into AI and robotics, right? This means the U.S. economy has now added jobs for 34 consecutive months. If they really have. If they really have. Is the labor market finally beginning to see some weakness? Dude, the labor market is freaking broke. Bidenomics is lying to you in the face, trying to tell you that things are good. It's just not the truth, right? And then we got not Jerome Powell saying, hey, listen, bro, it's just weakness. There's no weakness out there. It's just a little mishap. There's no weakness out there. Everything's fine. 50,000 of these jobs are new government jobs, and that's going to be revised to 80,000 next month. Who knows, right? We're going to continue to revise these until the masses stop questioning what's going on with Bidenomics, right? What we're really telling here are the numbers that will get revised down from here in the future. Initial stats are recently getting revised down later. This is how Bidenomics seems to work these days. Every chance they get, they will lie to your face with the numbers, and then behind your back, tell you the truth. They'll lie to your face with the numbers, and then behind your back, tell you the truth. That's weird behavior. But in any case, employment is basically holding this market together. Any softening of labor conditions is no good. You know what else is no good? The fact that I just still have not understood how the YouTube algorithm works. It keeps telling me that you're going to love one of these 2 videos. So click one of these to watch more. And thank you for tuning in today's Outlier Live. We'll see you on the next episode.